citizen soldiers. So I just have to share this conversation I had with this dirty Inturgent service member who was brainwashed, uneducated, and just plain out ignorant. So I was on this website called Meet Me, and I seen this girl who was about 19 post a status that said this: "So I'm thinking about joining the army, but I don't think I could do it physically." Yeah, I have no idea why she stuck her tongue out at the end. To anybody who really knows me, I'm very opinionated, especially when I hear somebody who wants to join the military. I just try to share my experience and help educate them on what they're really getting into. Well, it never fails. Every time I share my personal experience in the military, some other service member tends to get butthurt. Which I really don't see how they can really get butthurt after Uncle Sam has already broke their ass in with no lube. That's what she said. Matter of fact, that's what I made her say. Well, let me just show you what I mean. So I commented and I was sharing my experience along with some other things, and I was saying things like how when you serve in the military, you're not fighting for our freedom, you're fighting to take away our freedom, because we have lost more freedom since 9/11 than any other time in history. TSA being allowed to molest you even though you have a thing called the 4th Amendment in the Constitution, the Patriot Act, Obamacare, drones flying over America, National Defense Authorization Act 2012, which allows Americans to be secretly arrested without charge and without due process, and you can be held indefinitely. War powers being turned over to the United Nations, and the list goes on and on. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, then you might want to meet my best friend Google. He will help you out. How we would sing racist cadences that talked about killing innocent kids. Sitting at the market where all the Haji shop, get on my Mark 19 and watch the bodies drop. Sitting at the playground where all the kiddies play, get on my 50 cal and then begin to spray. Yeah, that shit is very disgusting. How we got threatened to get in trouble all because we didn't kill an innocent family that crossed this bridge we were guarding, even though we knew that they were innocent and this man was just trying to seek help since he got shot. How my ex-girlfriend got murdered when we were in Iraq and the government attempted to cover it up with nothing but lies, which made it a conspiracy. So if the government doesn't care about its own slaves that's doing all the dirty work for them, what makes you think they're gonna give a fuck about you? How when you're in the military, you're a mix between a guinea pig and a lab rat, and they're gonna test drugs, weapons, and all kinds of other things on you. And the list goes on and on. So this dirty Inturgent comes limping up, since he's all butthurt and everything, and this is what he has to say. "I usually don't do this, but this needs to be said. There are fucking people dying out here, bro, daily to protect your right to insult their memory. My friend just died last week from an IED being blown up in his face. You insult every fallen brother and sister of mine with your words. They gave you that right, so respect them. Is this military perfect? Fuck no, but it's not some heartless war machine you make it out to be." Negative. They are fighting to take away our free speech. Google Scott Olson, who was a Marine veteran who was almost killed by cops for simply protesting. Marine veteran Brandon Robb was illegally detained and sent to a mental ward for using his freedom of speech on Facebook. Thankfully, a judge stood up and ordered his release, saying it was unconstitutional. This isn't the only case of veterans being illegally detained for using their freedom of speech. I served in Iraq. I seen firsthand how we would allow the Iraqis to protest and not show any force, but here in America, if you protest our government, then you will be arrested and you might be beaten. Keep being brainwashed thinking you are doing good for the world and our country if you want to, but guess what? As soon as you get out of the service, you are considered a potential terrorist by the Department of Homeland Security. Don't believe me? Then look it up yourself. I've seen a good man get sniped even though his death could have been avoided if people would have listened to the intel that was given to us riding out into sector that said there was a possible precision small arms fire, aka sniper fire, at the same exact spot he got killed. My ex was murdered when we were over there, and come to find out it was a conspiracy since the government attempted to cover it up with nothing but lies. We have murdered over 2 million innocent civilians in these illegal wars we are in, and yes, when a war is started without Congress's approval, that makes it illegal. Not speaking the truth and doing what is best for our country and the world is allowing everybody who has died in these wars to die in vain. But thanks for destroying our country and the rest of the world. I really appreciate it, bro. Please educate yourself. You are a fucking disgrace to the military, to the country. I wish I was back home so your candy ass could be taught a lesson. You say you're a veteran, but you're just some lost dude who thought he could make it and couldn't, and now you feel the need to bash an organization you couldn't fit into. It happens. But your disrespect dishonors us, and I hope you're proud of yourself. But you're entitled to your opinion, no matter how twisted it may be. A prime example of what the military does to you. Can only resort to name-calling and threats just because he is too busy fighting people who just want us completely out of the Middle East to know what is going on in his own country he thinks he is defending. He doesn't realize that if another country did what we are doing to other countries, then he would be doing exactly what they are doing. You have more in common with your enemy than you think. I'll post some links and videos to help fill you in on what's going on here in America. Oh, we can resort to way more than that. You don't even know, dude. I've heard it straight from the mouth of many Afghans how much they appreciate us coming and helping. But I don't have to justify what we do. I stand by it, and if you got a problem with it, that's between you and God. I'm just going to do the good I can here and actually do something to help lives instead of trolling on people's shit, handing out anti-American propaganda. Oh, by the way, I heard the Taliban's recruiting. I'm sure you'd fit in better with them. Anti-American propaganda. You are so ignorant it's pathetic. I doubt you even watched or read anything I posted because ignorance is bliss and war is peace. Only thing that brings peace is peace. We've been a country for 236 years and have been at war for 210 years, so please explain to me where the peace is. War is for money, power, control, and natural resources. Defend your government you trust so much even though they have lied to us thousands and thousands of times. Does weapons of mass destruction ring a bell? Done thousands of secret experiments on mainly service members. Does testing the effects of nukes on soldiers ring a bell? But they have also done secret experiments on the general public without our knowledge. You've probably never even heard of MK Ultra. They have done plenty of false flag terror attacks to start wars, and it's been admitted that Vietnam was started by a false flag attack. Just Google Gulf of Tonkin, which was an attack on a ship that never really even happened, but was spread to the American people as if it really did happen. I'm not anti-America just because I'm not ignorant and educate myself and don't support a corrupt government. Considering its fact that we have lost more freedom since 9/11 than any time in history, yet you are so ignorant and say you are protecting the freedom by fighting overseas is anti-American. Now please go take your anti-suicidal nasal spray because spreading democracy and freedom might have a side effect of suicidal actions. Dude, whatever kind of weed or shit you smoking or ejecting, please don't sell it. We don't need any more crazy people. Next thing you know, you're going to tell me that the US government is hiding E.T. in your backyard against his will and Bigfoot is really just a guy in a suit made by the government so they could sell more beef jerky? Am I right? Damn, this dirty Inturgent has it all figured out. Yep, because everything I shared with you that you obviously refuse to look at isn't really happening. You are the delusional one. It's you that is literally being injected with dozens and dozens of shots that you probably have no idea what is in them. You believe what you want to believe and continue to just do what you're told without questioning anything like you are trained to do in the military. Being educated on facts makes you crazy? Now that made my day. I'm definitely sharing this convo. And people call dirty Inturgents like this heroes? I have a fucking Furby doll that's more educated than this dirty Inturgent. If you got a kick out of this dude's ignorance as much as I did, please like, favorite, and share this video around with everybody to show the type of ignorance that breeds within the military. Fuck the government but not the good politicians. Fuck the troops but not the good service members. Fuck the police but not the good cops. And fuck dirty Inturgents. And there's no good dirty Inturgents, I'll tell you that. Much love from the Iraq veteran.